skip to this time if you want to see the review. Like any good recipe, we're starting by preheating the oven. You don't need too many things for this one. Here's everything. You start with chopping up the hot dogs and doing 2 eggs. I doubled this recipe. If you're going to feed more than yourself, I'd say double it. We're tossing the milk after we're mixing. I am going to throw in a little bit more sugar later on, but we'll add the current amount of sugar and whisk that up. We add the vinegar, and then we're going to put in the cornmeal right now and whisk that up, and add the flour too. The vinegar was missing from the initial lineup, and then throw your baking soda and your salt in and your baking powder as well. That was not filmed, but it is in there. And give that a hefty good mixing. Mix it up. The whisk really is the best one. Don't even bother with a wooden spoon. And then this is when I do add a little bit more sugar. So if you're just following the regular recipe, just add 1/4 cup more sugar. And we agreed that kind of rounded out a lot better. And then you're going to want to grease your muffin pans here. And then I filled all these about halfway or so. And that seemed to go pretty well. Pretty much all of my hot dogs were covered. I think my hot dogs should have been a little bit longer. And honestly, I think they were better in the mini muffin tin instead, where you have a much better meat to kind of bread ratio going on. So if you were to try these, I would definitely try them in a mini muffin tin. Or if you could find a way to really fill up the hot dog in the middle of a larger muffin tin, you could definitely do that too. But you have so much bread surrounding these that it's hard to get a good bite. You only kind of get one good bite out of the larger ones, and it's just kind of ends up being better, almost like sushi style, where you can chuck the whole little one in your mouth all at once. So I'll fill all these up, and you'll make kind of a mess, but that's okay. These are pretty forgiving to make, and I'm just using about a 1/4 measuring cup right now, and that seems to work pretty well. That's about really all I ended up using. So if you want to use that as reference, that works. And then this is the double recipe, as I said. So it made, what was this? This is 12 plus another 6 pan, and then a whole bunch of the little tiny ones. So I think doubling it was good, especially if you want leftovers. And here's the 2x3. And then let's see, the small one is 4x6, I think. So that is 24 little ones. So 24 little ones, and then 12 or 18 big ones. So you can make a decent amount here. Just make sure you have everything greased really well. And I would say put even more grease or oil in the bottom of these than I did. I had an issue where the hot dogs would stick to the bottom, and then you had to fish them out and then re-stuff them back in. And you'll see that in a second here, but that made it a lot more difficult. And I had about 1 hot dog left over out of everything I cut. So maybe just save the hot dog cutting till the very end, and then you can go from there. And you can kind of see how much they were sticking out of the little ones. So fresh out of the oven, here they are. They were really stuck in there. And you can see that I would pull the muffin out, and then I had to stuff the hot dog back in. And that happened for really pretty much all of these. So that was kind of annoying. And I don't know if you should have just pushed hot dogs not all the way down, or if I didn't put enough grease, or what went wrong there exactly. But you can see my family's thoughts here, and then we'll go over what I thought of this recipe. All right, what are you thinking?
So far I only have the cornbread part.
Mm-hmm.
I need to put that.
Those ones were on the bottom rack, and the other ones just had more direct heat.
They're good.
It's not being dubbed over. That's really your opinion, ma'am.
It's delicious.
All right. Yeah, it's good with the hot dog part. I think the smaller ones may even be better because you get like an entire bite of hot dog. Oh, I didn't.
Yeah.
Thoughts, Father?
That's pretty good. I haven't had any. Nothing like that.
Yeah, I think that would be my only thing. I think
Yeah.
the little ones will be better if you just pop the whole thing. As
Good
a
job,
cornbread
bud.
muffin, I like it. What do you guys think with the condiment?
It's good. What do you think, Kevin?
I like it.
All right, good to hear. positive reviews all around. As you can see, my family was absolutely ecstatic eating these, and they liked them overall. Definitely the smaller ones, as I was saying, worked a lot better, and you got a better meat to kind of bread ratio as you would look for in a corn dog. Certainly they aren't as good as regular corn dogs that are deep fried, but if you wanted something kind of simple to reminisce in that flavor, I would definitely go with making some of the mini-sized ones, and that is kind of an easy bake oven style option. I would give them a 7 out of 10, and I definitely would say do add that little bit more sugar. Someone was suggesting that in the reviews, and I agree with them. I think it pretty much ended to the right amount. You can maybe add a little bit more. No one else in my family thought the batter needed really any other changes, but other than that, I would recommend it if you wanted something new. It's kind of a different recipe, and if you make the kind of correct ratio, then I think you'll be satisfied with these ones. So not the absolute best of Chef John, but I am happy I tried it because I was very curious when I saw it. I thought it was a pretty genius idea. So big shout out to him, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.